Hi. Okay, now the question we get asked a lot is, what do I do when I'm buying a mortgage foreclosure? Or what do I do when I'm buying a tax foreclosure? Okay, this first video is going to cover mortgage foreclosures, and the second video, the next video that we're going to be doing, is going to be covering how to buy tax foreclosures in a nutshell. Okay, anytime you buy a mortgage foreclosure, you always want to check out the title no matter what you do. Okay, why? Because you never know what you're buying until you check out the title. Does that make sense? I can't tell you how many people I've come across. I'd say we get maybe 5 or 10 a year. They give us a call and want us to do a title search after they bought the property, and that's really taking a risk, because it's kind of like buying a used car without looking under the hood, without taking it to mechanic, or without taking it for a test drive. Okay, when you check out the title, always do a title search, whether it's us or somebody else. Just have it done. Okay. When you're buying a mortgage foreclosure, one of the things there's two things that basically you need to be aware about. Make sure that you're buying a first lien and not a junior lien. Okay, why? Because in Texas, now I'm not a lawyer, do I represent to be one? If you have any legal questions, contact a good attorney. But in Texas, basically a first lien wipes out all the junior liens. Okay, so if you have a lien taken out in 1980, another lien taken out in 1990, and another lien taken out in 2000, if the 1980 lien gets foreclosed on, that will wipe out any junior lien filed after that. However, if you're buying, let's say in this example, the 1990 lien, there's two other mortgages on it. So the one that's been filed in 2000 is junior to it, or it was filed after it, so that's going to get wiped out. However, if you have an older mortgage, or a senior mortgage to that, which in this case was the 1980 mortgage, then that older lien is going to stay on the property when the junior lien gets foreclosed on. Does that make sense? So if you buy the 1990 lien, any debt that's on the 1980 lien, you're going to be responsible for if you buy it at the auction. Okay. If you're buying, one of the things I forgot to tell you about, we offer a rush service. If you are doing a mortgage foreclosure, any type of deal where you need answers quickly because you're doing a quick deal. I'm an investor. I buy houses too, so I know exactly what the mindset is of the investor, and I can help you out in a lot of different ways as well. But in essence, anytime you buy a property and you need a rush job, we can do it within 12 hours, depending on when you get it to us. If you call us and get it to us in the morning, we can get it back to you that afternoon or that evening. If you call us in the afternoon, we can get it back to you either that evening or the next morning, depending on our time constraints. And the rush fee is basically an extra $20 a piece on top of our regular price. So that covers that. Now the other thing that you want to be very careful about when you're buying mortgage foreclosures is when it goes to auction, the trustee that's going to be selling the property is going to be doing basically conducting the sale. If a property has an IRS lien on it and it's going into mortgage foreclosure sale, you typically need to find out from the trustee what their policy is regarding notifying IRS. If the IRS is notified, and this is strictly for Texas now. If you live in other states, I would check out the laws in your state. In this example, since I live in Texas and we do things in Texas, this example is for Texas. But in Texas, the way we do it here is when you buy a property and it has a IRS lien on it, if the trustee notifies IRS that they're doing a foreclosure sale, that IRS lien will drop off the day of the auction. However, they have a right to redeem, if they were notified, of 120 days to basically buy back the property and pay you what you paid for it. That's called the right of redemption. So if a property has an IRS lien, you have to be careful, number one, if they were notified, and number two, if they were, you've got to wait 120 days in order to have clean title. Because does that make sense? Because if they have the right to redeem and buy it back, you won't have clean title to buy it within that 120 days. So now the other thing is if the IRS is not notified of the auction sale, then your property is going to basically have an IRS lien when you buy it. And the good news is it's not going to be on there forever, but you definitely want to find out, which we will have if you do a title search with us. You want to have basically an IRS lien lasts 10 years from the date it was filed. So if it was filed in 1995, then that's already been expired because it's 2005. If it was filed in 2001, that's going to expire in 2010. So like currently it may be 2009, so you only have 1 year to wait. So you have to look at whether or not you want to buy it and take that risk. The other thing is that any property the IRS has a lien on, they could come and seize it. So chances of them seizing a property are very, very low, like less than 1%. I'm just letting you know it does happen. If they see a really juicy deal, they might go after it. I'm talking about millions or $500,000. I wouldn't say 20 or 1,000 is worth their time. But anyway, have that checked out also. So anyway, if you want to place an order, give us a call. If you want to become a member and save lots of money, just go ahead and sign up the membership form, and we'll go on to the next video on tax foreclosure.